we are 20 minutes away from dropping the mast. Up top, things are looking pretty ready. Down here, I need to think about this mast coming straight out that hole. So you can see up here, these are the cables that go up the mast, and they connect there. So I've disconnected everything and tied them nice and flush, so they should come out easily. I took the table off because that should not go up with the mast. And I just noticed that the table slots into obviously cannot fit out of the mast hole, so that has to come out. So that's what I have to do now. Down here, this should just separate from the plate. The one other thing that I had to do was, this is a VHF cable that was running up the mast. I guess it was a run that was run after the, I don't know, someone did it aftermarket, because that shouldn't run up through here. They should have run it up through that hole. So I just snipped it, and I've ordered a new VHF cable, and I'm gonna make my own new cable run, either coming down through here, or I can make a new hole and have it come out the other side. So anyways, I'm gonna get on my wrench and start pulling that off. All right, 10 minutes. They're supposed to come to pick up my boat and take me over to the crane where we can get the mast off. So I'll show you what we have done here in preparation. This boat has a single sideband radio. That's the cable, or the antenna cable. A single sideband needs like a really long antenna. I think 25 feet or more. So what we have here is, this is an insulator, or isolator. There's another one near the masthead, and that antenna bolts on here, and this whole backstay becomes the antenna. Anyways, the antenna was attached here. I undid the attachment as best I could. I ended up just cutting the cable because it was too difficult. So there's that. Down here at the turnbuckle, I took the pins out and loosened the turnbuckle. And if we go forward, you can see what else we got going on. All of the lines running up the mast I've pulled back, tidied up here. So this should pull out. There shouldn't be any lines attached to the boat that are on the mast. Then for all of the stays and shrouds here on the side, same thing, took the pins out of the turnbuckles, just loosened them up a few turns. Probably loosen them up some more. Some of them are still quite tight. Okay, I'm exhausted right now. Writing moment's the old boat. That's how exhausted I am. So Monakai, her mast came off today. This is it here. And I did all the work ahead of time so that this would be a really simple, easy process. And of course, it wasn't. In terms of like having all the electric cables unplugged, I did all that. All of the, kind of these terminal ends, like I had the pins ready to get pulled, so that was all great. And I thought, we'd get this thing done in like 30 minutes, which was a reasonable guess. However, whoever installed this mast installed it with Spartite. So the Spartite goes like here. I think the plug is here. So when you install Spartite, you're supposed to put a whole bunch of Vaseline on all the surfaces so that when you pull the mast, it comes out nice and easily. And looking at this plug that came out, I think they did Vaseline it. but not good enough. Hola. Yeah, certainly not good enough because it was stuck there. And, you know, as they would pull up on the mast with the crane, just it wouldn't come and it wouldn't come. And this was really frustrating. If I'd had my power tools, you know, with the power drill and a Sawzall, I think I would have been through this in 5 minutes. They didn't have any power tools here, so it was an excruciating additional 2 hours to the whole process, as they just used a hammer and a flathead screwdriver to just like dig and dig and dig. And then, I mean, you can see here, there we go, you can see the damage that was done. So that chunk that's missing, that was just a screwdriver and a hammer, baby. But it worked, it came out. So let's take a look at this mast. Now, one of the main reasons to pull this mast is to replace all my standing rigging. So originally, my plan was to take all of these off today and send them to, there's a rigging shop in California, and there's a guy here who's going to be driving right past there tomorrow morning. So I was going to send it off with him to take that rigging shop. I just got my quote back, and it's like $4,000. And I think I can do it cheaper myself. And so what that means is I'm going to, let's take a look at the terminal ends here. I'm gonna order online. There's a rigger that I really trust in Rhode Island. It's called Rigging Only. So basically I'm gonna order these. These are the swage terminals. So all the top ends of all the rigging, I'll get the swage terminal and the wire, just order it about a foot longer than I need, and then have them bring me some stay-lock terminals, which then I can compare against what I have here, and then I can just take the stay-lock terminal and basically just set it up so that I have exact replicas. Now, the reason to send all your rigging off to a rigger is that I could just send this and they could literally just duplicate it for me. But with a $4,000 quote, and looking at the prices of the actual hardware, I can do it myself for about $4,000. So I'll have them swage the tops, which I can't do. And then you can see here, this is the insulated backstay. So that's like that's a stay lock terminal there. So, hey, this is gonna be a chance for me to practice, and hopefully I get it right. Let me show you the last thing that's pissing me off. Right here. This, yeah, whoops. All right, this part, I should be able to just push that pin through. However, there's a little like retainer clip that goes through it here. And in trying to remove that, it was so lodged in there that I just could not pull it out. And so I ended up breaking it off at the ends, but not well enough. So they're poking out just a tiny bit, and I could not get this through to save my life. And in beating on it, I kind of turned this into a bit of a mushroom head. So it doesn't come out at all now. So my solution to that problem was to just stop, which I think was the right plan. And I walked to the hardware store and I bought myself 2 files because my files are not with me right now. They're still in the US. So I got 2 files and we're just gonna file that down. I think that's gonna work. All right, and there we go. All in a day's work. That is all of the rig pulled off of the mast. All the rigging, there it is. So I've gone through, I labeled all of them because in theory everything is mirrored left and right and should be the same length. But I started wondering what happens if they're not the same length. I don't actually know what I would do in that case, but I think I'd at least be glad that I know which one is longer. Is it starboard or port? So that's why I did that. And then the one remaining thing to do is, obviously there's a piece of rigging that goes all the way through this this furler. So I have to, I think, take this apart. I'm gonna do my research before I start messing with that. And here's the mast. She's ready to go. So yeah, that's that. Next steps for me is gonna be to go online and find all the parts I need and talk to the rigging shop and let them know what I'm planning to do, get a quote, and have them ship it. And I think I can do that in 2 days. 2 days. I think I can do it and get it done in 2 days. Anyways, that's that. Mast is down, rig is taken apart. Let's go.
It's everywhere I look, from Las Vegas to right here, under your dresser, right by your ear. It's creeping in sweetly, it's definitely here. There's nothing more deadly than a slow-growing fear. Life was full and fruitful and you could take a real bite, the juice pouring well over your skin's delight. But the shadow it grows and takes the depth away, leaving broken down pieces to this priceless ballet. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. Did we build all those bridges to watch them thin down to dust, or blow them voluntarily out of constant trust? The clock is ticking its last couple of talks, and there won't be a party with the weather in front. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. Heading deep down, we're sliding without noticing our own decline. Heading deep down, we're hanging on to sweet nothings left behind. Deeper down, we're all going down, down, deeper down, yeah. We are all plunging straight towards our own decline. Without noticing, we slide down, deeper down. The shadow grows without ever slowing down. We are heading straight into the fade out line. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we go into the fade out line. The shallower it grows, the shallower it grows, the fainter we